welcome to the Cup TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and where you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I am your girl Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I loves me some tea. Purr. And I will say, I just want to know why, Jack. Why? Like, really, 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 you
Really?
couldn't, you couldn't just really get your cup mug. you know. Oh wait, you do have a cup mug. Oh, I'm sorry. Then that crash out was unnecessary and unwarranted. I truly apologize because you do have your cup mug. Thank you. And you can get yours, everybody, at lanajuicecreations.etsy.com. The link will be in the description below. And if you look to the right of the screen, there is a QR code. You can scan it. It'll take you right to the shop. And you can get your cup mug. It'll be shipped right to you, right to your door. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. Get your cup mug and thank you. And again, I'm sorry, Jack, for crashing out. That wasn't validated. I'm sorry.
Well, hello, y'all. My name is Jack. I am the resident game designer of the panel, and you know, all you had to do was not tell me that you voted out your number one, and I'd be completely okay with keeping you here. But, yeah, now that you've done that, I'm gonna embarrass myself.
I because I have not watched the show that you were on, and I don't realize and don't know that you actually didn't vote out your number one. You actually voted for your number one, but
It's
it's
fine.
okay. It's fine. It's fine. Ugh. Welcome to Survivor. Yes, we are a day late. Let me talk to you about our schedule change before we get started because we did change our schedule. We are changing our schedule and it's going to be this from this point on. We will no longer be going live after every episode of Survivor because that did not work out for most of the panel. And as you all saw, it was mostly me, which I didn't mind, but I do enjoy talking to other people from time to time, you know. So it didn't work out because people have lives and work and things. And so we decided to switch it. So we will be dropping our videos every Thursday afternoon. So we'll give you all of our Survivor recaps the day after Survivor. So that's the new schedule, children. That's the new schedule, folks. So thank you so much. We appreciate you sticking around. But yeah, we'll be giving you our videos and our recaps the day after Survivor because that works out better. As you see, I'm no longer alone. I have Jack with me, and other people will be joining the panel from this point on. So thank you so much for your support. And just a slight schedule change. But yes, follow us here on the channel too if you haven't done so already, because we are trying to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year, and we're halfway there. So we would love, love, love if you continue to support us. So subscribe to this channel. Get your friends to subscribe. Get your grandma, your mama, your daddy, your uncle, everybody to subscribe to this channel because we are giving you everything competitive reality television. We are talking about it all. We are talking Survivor 50. We're talking Survivor Australia. We're talking Fear Factor, House of Fear, and we're talking House of Villains. And shows that we don't cover on this channel that we don't really talk about on a regular basis on a full recap, don't you worry because every Sunday we're giving you a reality roundup where we're giving you highlights for all the shows of reality television for the week. We're talking American Idol, The Voice, The Masked Singer, Extracted, and the new show, Love Overboard, that premiered on Hulu. We're talking that. And all the shows that we will be talking about coming this point forth, we're going to be talking about it, giving you highlights. So check us out every Sunday for our reality roundup. And yeah, just so follow us on this channel and all of our other channels. All the links will be in the description below, as well as our audio podcast links, our Patreon, and all of our socials at the Cut Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Now, Jack, episode 5. Survivor 50. We get back to Vatu camp. Ozzy's mad.
Ozzy is real mad, and I don't blame him being on
Hmm.
the unknowing end of a 3-2-1 split is really embarrassing. Especially if
Hmm.
you played this game and this is now your fifth time around.
Yeah, yeah. And he's not happy with why this went the way it went. Yeah, not happy. Not happy at all. And he lets it known. I would say maybe a mild temper tantrum at the fire at camp.
Yeah,
Maybe about camp temper tantrum mild, but it all the same. It was you know a temper tantrum was had.
it very much has been like, just like, oh, come on, please, no, don't do this to me. Like, you just need to tell me things. This is just like unreasonable.
Right, but it wasn't that. But like you said, he it was validated. Like you said, 3-2-1 split is a kind of oof, oof, especially for someone who's played this game so many, a few times. So, but we we move because a new day, a new start. We have to move. So we see Sela Camp is they're talking, and Jonathan and Charlie, they're pretty much coming up with their plan. They kind of know what they want to do. They're like, if something happens, if something goes down, um, if something goes down, we're just gonna, um, if we got to go to tribal, we thinking between Rizzo, Devins, and Sari, right? Because they want to stay old Kylo strong. Um, And so they're like, yeah, we could pick between the three. And then they're like, but which one? And they kind of landed on Rizzo because, of course, Charlie wants Rizzo because Charlie is obsessed with Rizzo in this moment. He's obsessed with Rizzo because Rizzo, why did you tell me you voted out your number one? Because if I would have never known that piece of information, I probably would have liked the kid. But you know what? He voted out as number one. And I, for one, don't like it.
No, it's obsession to a point of like, okay, you are fully stuck in the past. Like, your only mission right now is to take out a man who said one thing. And like, I understand that what he said wasn't the most loyal thing in the world, but you just have trauma that you're not willing to get over.
Yeah, you packed your trauma bag, you kept it on you, and you brought it to this island. And you refused to dump it in the water. Like, leave your traumas at the door, my friend. Because honestly, you mess up a good thing because you don't know what you could be passing. I think the saying goes, you cut your nose to spite your face
Yep.
because you could be Rizzo could be a really good ally to Charlie, and I think they would play a really good game together because I think they both have that same wavelength mindset for this game. But because you heard one thing, you can't let it go, my friend. Please go watch Frozen and take Elsa's advice and let it go. I feel the same way about Joe. Just like I feel it's like I need you to come into this game and release the past traumas.
I was gonna say, it's been like 3 years.
He had the most time to get over it. He really had the most time to get over it.
But no, he's just gonna keep talking about it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
It's kind of wild. And I have to say, I met Maria and she's a lovely woman. Charlie, let it go. Like, seriously, you can't. understand her. It's her vote. She can do whatever she want to do with her vote. She didn't owe you nothing. She ain't know you before that. But Maria, I'm on your side, girl. I loved you. I think you're great. Anyway, uh, but yeah, he won't let it go. So they landed on Rizzo at this point. They're like, we could take out Rizzo. Jonathan feels like Devins is the safer choice to bring into the fold. So him and Devins have these bonding moments, and Devin is like, cool, because I was at the bottom. And so I know coming in, Kylo Strong, I don't, they might be Kylo Strong and I'm not a part of that. So I need to be in that. Um, and so Jonathan goes to Devins and they're talking and he's like, so who would you be comfortable with? And Rick is like being very upfront and honest, like, hey, I mean, I'm close to Sari, but so I would go Rizzo. And Jonathan's like, yeah, we would totally do Rizzo. That's fine. Everybody's okay with that.
Everyone's fine doing Rizzo. It's totally good.
Totally
Everyone's
good.
okay with it.
But then there's D. But then there's D. D says, I'm not that good with this plan. I don't really like this plan. So here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm going to do. Rizzo, let me holler at you for a second. She pulls Rizzo and they start talking and she's like, I like Rizzo. I don't particularly want to see Rizzo go, so no, let's not do that.
No, I'm just gonna let Rizzo in on what's happening. It's fine. Totally good. Hey Rizzo, people are voting for you.
And Rizzo's like, oh, okay.
Interesting.
She said, but I think we could do something here because if would you be willing to work with me and the girls? And Rizzo's like, absolutely. Hands, he said, because I'm not a guy's guy. I'm not a guy's guy. And he's like, whew, thank goodness. Love that. He's like, he said, mostly I work with women, which is true. Rizzo worked
Hmm.
with women in the past season. He was very tight with the women in the tribe. So Rizzo's not that alpha dude, guy, bro. He wants to work with the women, and so having D bring that to him, he's like, cool, great. She was like, okay, well, just talk to Sari. And see, that was shocking to me because I was like, wait, when did this change? Because apparently Sari has been working her magic on D. Because remember when we first got to that beach together, D was like, we got to get Sari out of here. Sari has to go. And I'm like, when did it change, D, from Sari has to go to I want you to work with me, Sari, and Camilla?
I mean, clearly, very, very quickly. Like,
And
Cerise just worked her goals. As always, Cerise made it work.
she did. Well, she does with Sarika. She just was nice and sweet and kind, and like everybody just likes her. You just like Sari. What is there not to like about Sari? But I will say this: watching first when D and Rizzo go to Sari, and Sari's like, "Yeah, oh, absolutely," because Sari's like, "Look, I thought I was down and out. I thought I was at the very bottom of this tribe." She said, "And here we have." Excuse me, a little bit of hope now, a little bit of spark is starting to spark up in here. So, okay, all right. So she's like, yeah, I would love to work with y'all. I'm like, I'm down. And like, would you be cool with voting on Charlie? And Serena's like, absolutely. Absolutely. We could do that if that's what we go do. But this is all still before any challenges happen. This is all just hearsay speculation, just in case moment. But I will say, watching Suri talk to Rizzo, because right, Rizzo went and told D about the Billie Eilish idol. Of course, he had to tell her just she knew about the idols and how it worked, and he filled her in, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, That's crazy. Now, did he tell her he got the idol?
I don't think he.
Did he tell
Rizzo
her?
did tell Sari,
He told
hey,
Sabrina.
I have the idol. I want to be transparent with you because
Right.
I
He
need
didn't
to be.
tell D.
He didn't tell D he had the idol. He
He
did
just
tell
said he
D,
knew about it.
however, this is how idols are working in this game.
Yes. Yes. Because he was like, he was with someone who found it on his other beat. So yeah, he didn't tell D, but he told Sari, which I found very interesting, which I was like, oh, I really I did not know a Rizzo Sari alliance is what I needed until it happened. And when it happened, I was like, oh,
Oh, it's so good.
this
It's everything that I've ever needed.
it was so good. I was like, oh my god, you got Sari, the greatest player to never win this game. And then you have Rizzo, the newest player on this beach, who's always dubbed himself as Riz God, and who I played a game with here. But like, it's crazy. I did not know I needed that. That was a itch in my brain that I didn't know needed to be scratched until they scratched it, and I was like, oh, this is good. And to see the transparency between the two of them, Rizzo telling Sari that he got the idol from someone, and then Sari telling Rizzo about her extra vote that she got from Ozzy. I'm like, oh no, this is trust. Because like Cerise saying, she old school. You don't tell nobody else, what you got or your advantages or your things. But she wanted to be so transparent because Rizzo was being transparent. I was like, oh, this is a real alliance because we have so many fake ones, but this was a real one, and I loved it. I loved it.
Just who knew that Rizzo would walk into Fiji 2 months, and then 2 months later he'd be trading advantages with Sari. Like, who? In what world? In what world?
Refields, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. But yeah, they seem to be tight and get it together and all of that. And then um they had so yeah, that did me well. I love to see it. One quick note about Callow Beach, because really not a lot happened with them this episode. We didn't get a lot of camp life with them, but we did see Coach going through his, Coach 4.0, his change, how his approach to this game, and how he feels like he's in the middle of everything everybody wants. Everybody wants a piece of Coach. Everybody wants to work with Coach, and he Aubrey was talking to Coach, trying to get him to, she wants to work with Coach. And Coach is like, yeah, I want to work with you. That'd be great. And his hand is in every piece of every pie in every part of this tribe. But his core alliance that he's really truly working with is with Joe and Kobe, because he feels like those are the guys he wants to work with. And I'm like, of course you want to work with Joe and
Of
Kobe.
course.
Of course, the honor and trust tribe. Like, okay. But but then Coach decides he wants to pass out nicknames, and he passed out nicknames to his alliance, Joe and Kobe. He knights them. I don't remember the names. Be honest, I don't care.
Yeah.
Joe,
It's like something
Joe
slightly
like
around like Dungeons and Dragons or something weird. Like,
Japanese folklore. Like if we heard Japanese folklore one more time from Coach, I would go scream. I'm like, who cares, Coach? But everybody, they took it like, oh my God, it's such an honor. So great. So wonderful. Please. Please
uh,
spare me. Spare me the coach antics. I could care less about that. So we move to the challenge because it's a challenge. And it's an immunity challenge. But there's only one team one tribe is going to win this immunity.
Everyone else going to tribal, voting someone out. So we are now going to be picking up the pace.
Yeah, we're going to be they're going to tribal. 6 and 7 persons and are going to be voted out of this game. It's time to pick it up, and I'm very happy about that because not that this season has been slow at all. Let's just be honest, be clear, because these
Oh
first
no.
5 episodes have been really, really good. There's nothing slow about this episode, but now it's time to pick up the pace, and I'm excited.
Yeah. We have 10 day we are on day 11. We have
Hmm.
15 days and currently 19 people. So we kind of do got to pick up the pace a little bit.
Got to go, got to go, got to go. But the immunity challenge, it was done in different stages. Um, and I thought this was very interesting. I mean, it was classic Survivor of different obstacles: swim, climb, grab some bags, jump off, swim, bring these heavy bags to shore. Two people have to do that. Once you get all the bags to the shore, one person has to unwrap the things and pull out the coconuts and find 4 keys. Once you get the keys, you pass them along. Somebody has to find the right key to open the gate. They open the gate, then they have to have somebody else go and what was it? What was the other part? Get
Uh take things out of take things out
sand.
of bags.
Yeah, get some sandbags out and do that. And then the last part is they had to throw the 5 sandbags on the tier tower thingy, little bitty tower, little disc, and they had to put the sandbags on there. Sure, great. I will say I was rooting for either Callow or Sia,
Sela.
Sela. I was rooting for them. I hated there was 2 people, one tribe. I love that it was we get the double elimination, but I hated that we'll get the double elimination because I was like, "Ooh, this is gonna be tough." But it was close for a bit. It was close. This challenge did not end up a blowout like certain challenges. If you watch Survivor Australia, you know what I'm talking about. But this was not a blowout challenge. It was very much close. Jonathan, of course, was beasting through the water for Sela. Um, Tiffany, MVP of this challenge. Tiffany, the way she whipped through them, untying them ropes, I have never seen anybody untie ropes that fast. She just was swinging, swinging, swinging. I've never seen anybody do it that fast. She did it so fast, and she was on the toss, and she got some toss. Like Tiffany was the MVP of the challenge. She got Callow because Callow was dead last. Joe gassed out in the water, which caused Genevieve to take late, and she had to get there late. But Tiffany got them caught right back up, and they were right back in it. Tiffany got everybody. They were right back in it because of Tiffany. Ozzy was doing a lot of work in that, and Ozzy and who else swam for I think it was Stephanie. She swam for Vatu, and they were doing really well. Like everybody was doing really really well. It was a very close challenge. It came down to the tossing of the sandbags on the disc, and everybody was down to like their last one. But um but Joe, was he the one that hit it last?
Uh yes, it was Joe.
Yeah. Joe was the one that got it. Kylo. eventually wins immunity. So they are safe from elimination, which means Sela and Vatu were going to tribal, and they get their flint taken away. Well, Sela does. Vatu just ain't never got it. So
Vatu literally has never had their flint. Well, no,
no, they
Vatu
had
has
it in the
had their flint.
beginning.
They
Up
had it. They
since
had in the beginning, but then they lost it on swap.
yeah, swap, they lost it, and they have never gotten it back. So there's that. But they don't need it because they got Christian in glasses, and he knows how to start a fire without flint. So there's that. But yeah, so we now it is time for double the scrambles because we have two tribes going to tribal council tonight. So what should we start with, Jack? Who do you want to start with?
Let's honestly start with the more like obvious outcome where it's like everyone has kind of already been talking about it. It was just kind of making sure it stayed on that path versus diverting due to some errors.
Okay, so we're going to Sela.
Yes, let's go to Sela because Vatu, well, no. I'd say that Vatu is a very straightforward vote. Sela is the one where there's a lot more tension.
Okay, well, let's go to Vatu. Let's go to Vatu then. I'm gonna bring it up so we could talk about it. Let's go to Vatu. Um, Everybody's saying that they want to do Angelina. Angelina is the vote. It should be Angelina. Definitely, probably should be Angelina at this point. Um, but then there's Ozzy, who's like, you know, mm, I don't know if I trust you anymore, Christian Hibiki. I don't think I trust you, and I
I
don't.
think I just need him gone.
I
He just
just
needs to
think
go.
he just needs to go. He just needs to go, and he's like, I need to figure out how to make this work because if I get Angelina and Stephanie to vote for Hibiki, then I vote for Hibiki. He's out. But I really want to work with Emily, and I don't want to leave her out because she's not been leaving me out since, well, she did, but not really. So Ozzy goes to Emily and is like, hey, kind of want to get out. I don't, he said, I want to work with you. I don't want to work with you and Christian. And I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no. Because him and Christian and Ozzy had a conversation, and Christian is like, look, I understand why you're upset. I understand being left out, and it was upsetting. I apologize for that. I definitely understand why you feel this way. Just know it wasn't a thing against you, a personal attack against you. It was just the way the game was going. It just had to happen. Blah blah blah. And Ozzy's like,
No, it's not a good enough answer right now. Gonna need more.
I don't trust you. I don't trust this. I don't trust that. So what I need from you to show me some trust, I need you to give me a shot in the dark.
You know what? Use that bargaining chip. Use it. Good idea, Ozzy. Fair.
You do what you got to do to get the results you want. And he was like, if you feel, if I can trust, if you feel like this is, you go really do what you say you're gonna do, you'll trust me to give me this chip, this your shot in the dark. And yeah, and Christian was like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. He didn't really know about it. I get it too. I understand why Ozzy did what he did, and I understand why Christian was hesitant about that. Like, what if I give you my shot in the dark? You just still gonna vote me out? Like, because you're really mad, and you've been saying that you're really mad. How do I trust that you're not that mad? That even if I give you my chip, you're not gonna be mad and be petty and still vote? Hmm.
Hmm.
Had to think about it. And so when Ozzy goes to Emily and was like, I want to work with you and not you and Christian because Christian is a liability and blah blah blah. And of course, Emily goes back and tells Christian, like, hey, Ozzy is really pushing for you. And Christian's like, that is so petty. He is such a child. Like, what do I have to do? I've apologized. I've told him that it wasn't against him. Oh, I don't know what to do. And but Christian knows what he had to do.
Yeah.
Christian knew what he must do.
He was like, hey, look, I'm just going to build the bridge. Here's the shot in the dark. I'm not voting you tonight. I promise I'm not voting you tonight. Let's just keep it easy. And we can go after Angelina. Just full ceasefire, please.
Just for tonight. Even if you want to come at me tomorrow, just know I'm not coming after you. So Ozzy's like, okay, okay. But does he? I was like, I'm not that convinced, though, Ozzy.
No, I genuinely could not tell if Ozzy was going to still try and pull this plan, but I mean, realistically, Hubicki and Emily are voting together. If Ozzy decides to go through with it, Ozzy and Angelina are voting together, and it's purely on Stephanie's decision.
Mhm.
So, very interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, very, very interesting. But um, so they are just like, okay, we go figure this thing out, and they go to tribal because that's what we'll do. We'll jump right to their tribal, so then we'll come back and talk about Sela. Um, they go to tribal, and like I said, I don't really know at this point what Ozzy's true intentions are. Just have to see what happens. But the conversation at tribal is really very straightforward, very like you have to play this game with people who you can trust or who you want to go through this game with, and it's harder when you've played before because you know certain things, but then the game changes so much. It changes all the time and it's ever evolving and all of this, and I don't know, it just, this tribal to me, I was like, okay, just get to the vote.
Just get to the vote. We
Just
can
get
we
to the
can keep it
vote.
moving.
Right. Not that I was wanted to rush it because I was like bored with it. I just really wanted to know what was going to happen. I was like, get to the vote. Like, I need to know. I need to know. Get to the vote. Like, come on. Like, enough with the questions, Jeff. Let's get to the vote because I want to know what is going to happen. Is Ozzy going to snake Christian? Because if he did that, I think two things would have been a good move, sure, but it would have totally disregarded everything Ozzy has been saying from the start of this game of how he wanted to play the game. You know what I mean? He was like, I don't want to play the same game I played before. I want to be very upfront, very forthcoming, very honest. But when you're playing an honest game and you've been burned, it's easy to be like, you know what? Screw that. I'm done with this honest crap. I'm gonna play cutthroat. He could have did that. He 100% could have done that, and I would have been like, "Oh, well, Julie, he did that." But they get to the vote, and it was like, okay, I was ready for it to happen. I was ready for the vote to just just do what it do because I just need to know. I didn't know. I hate not knowing, Jack. I hate not knowing. I hate the anticipation. I really want to know. But the vote happens. All of that just to
Yeah, just to bring
do.
us to the scenario we expected.
Yep. Angelina, sixth person voted out. And I will say Angelina went out with grace, with class, all of that. But also Angelina doing it and said, "Hold on, Jeff. I want to do one thing." And she goes in her bag and she pulls out her jacket and she gives it to Emily and is like, "Because it's gonna be cold, so here you can have my jacket." I thought that was so fun. I love a good callback to a season, to your season. So her giving her jacket was very nice, and it was a good moment. Very nostalgic for Survivor. No, and nobody even had to ask, even though I would have asked. Like that would have been me. I would have been like, Angelina, can I have your jacket? Can I have your jacket? So she could have been like, yes, you can have my jacket. I would have asked, but good on Angelina.
Good
She's
on
she
Angelina.
we
Just
she's sweet.
so sweet, but
It was her time, to be honest.
it was her time.
Now let's go to a different scenario here over at Sela Tribe because my God. We talked about earlier about Rizzo's connecting with Sari and with Dee, but he needed to still lock it in with Camilla. So we see um Rizzo talking to Camilla, and Rizzo decides to tell Camilla that Kyle told him on his way out, like, hey, if you get a chance to be on the same beach with Camilla, or you should work with Camilla. Like, you should really work with Camilla. And Camilla was like, oh my God. Kyle said that. That's so sweet. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, I trust. He was like, and me and Kyle was like this, and I trust Kyle. And so when he told me that, I was like, absolutely. So when we got on the same tribe, I was like, I knew I had to talk to you. And I
That's
was
a
like,
lot.
I was like, did Kyle say that? But then Rizzo was like, Kyle never said that. And I was like, oh,
Of course not. Of course not. Kyle Rizzo has looked at the situation and went, how can I bring Camilla on time? Oh, use the person that she's really attached to. Gotcha. And that's the Rizzo touch.
that's the Rizzo touch. And you want to know what the Camilla touch is? Camilla's like, oh, that's so sweet. Oh, that's lovely. I
That
don't
did not
believe
happen.
Kyle said that. Kyle did not tell him that. I love Camilla so much. She was like, I can read through the bull. Rizzo, you're not fooling nobody. You are not fooling me. You are not fooling me. She's like, I don't think it happened, but if it happened, great. But I don't think it did. But all right. Camilla, but she's going along with them. She's like, yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, we can work together. That's so awesome. Camilla's found herself squarely in the middle of two sides. Squarely in the middle. This is the most middlest of middles she could be ever be in because Charlie and Jonathan and Devins are like, yeah, we can get out Rizzo. Dee and Sari and Rizzo are like, yeah, we can get out Charlie. So it really depends on what Camilla decides to do.
Now, notably, in this conversation with Camilla, Rizzo also is like, hey, just so you're aware, this is how idols work.
Mm-hmm.
Just so I can make sure that like I'm good with you, I'm giving you all the info that I have. Just conveniently leaving out that you also have an idol, but here's all the info I have.
He don't have to tell you that.
And of course, Camilla's suspicious of it at first.
Mm-hmm.
Until Charlie tells her the exact same thing. And she's like, cool, this is real information. And also, Rizzo told it to me first. Charlie is way too slow of a game.
And that drives me nuts. And she's like, I don't, how long have you known this information? And you didn't think that, okay. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So Camilla's like, yeah, I don't, that drives me nuts. But I still have to figure out what I'm going to do. And I was like, yeah, girl, figure out what you need to do.
Because, I mean, Charlie's been with Camilla the entire game, and Rizzo just popped onto the beach, but somehow Rizzo told her first. Charlie's
Right.
had like a whole extra week to tell her this information. Interesting.
Hmm. And then you just confirmed the information that he told her? Huh. Okay.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. So they go to tribal council. And man, oh man, because Charlie is still seething about Rizzo's vote against his number one. Although he was never, he didn't even watch the show. But okay,
It's fine. It's
it's
totally
it's fine.
fine.
It's fine. It's okay. Um, but they go to tribal council and the same thing, getting enough questions and trying to figure out how this vote should go, what people are thinking. Um, what, what do we feel about everything? And again, I'm like, get to the vote. Get to the vote. I know we got 15 minutes left in this episode, but get to the vote. Like, I'm so anxious about this vote. I just want to know what Camilla's going to do. Because honestly, we know what everybody else is going to do. We just need to know what Camilla's going to do. Um, it was, oh, I just wanted to vote. So we going to get to the vote. We not going to stall. Because we get to the vote. Y'all, the vote was what we thought it was going to be. Jonathan, Charlie, Devins on Rizzo, D, Sari, and Rizzo on Charlie.
Camilla in the hot seat, Camilla making the call, notably Rizzo not using his idol, holding on to it.
Not needing it, not using it. And he didn't need it because Charlie was voted out of this game, seventh person to be eliminated. And I was like, yes, Camilla, that's what we wanted to see. We do not have to hear about Rizzo voting out his number one anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because, baby, I was tired. Baby, I was so
Very
tired.
exhausting.
I was so tired. I was like, I am so tired of you talking about this. You talk about this man like you've been besties with him. Like he voted you out. Like, well, now he did vote you out, but
Now we did vote you out. So congrats, you aren't even gonna be able to worry about that final tribal anymore. You're not even getting there.
I ain't getting there. You don't even make merge. You know? I was
You
like,
don't.
oh, thank God. I will say one thing about Charlie this season. We did not get a bunch of Taylor Swift analogies. Not from him.
Not
We
from
got it from
him,
Rizzo.
but Rizzo certainly laid it on thick because he is tired of it. And
He
I
is
am. You know what? Use that ammunition against someone else. Use that limited Taylor Swift knowledge. Work.
right. Rizzo was like, now we got bad blood because he would not let it go. And I'm just like, period. I I just I'm very happy. And Charlie was so he was shocked, but Jonathan and Devins was even more shocked. The looks on their faces was like,
Oh, that's bad.
oh
Okay.
no, the
Hmm.
women are going to come and get us. Like, ooh, yikes on bikes. They were so shocked. I was like, yep, yep. Um, They did not expect that, and neither did Charlie because he was just like, "This is I've never been. My torch has never been snuffed before." So, would not recommend. Would not
Would
recommend.
not recommend. Rough time.
Rough. Ouch.
But
And you
hey,
know what?
Lana, you mentioned that Charlie wasn't seeing the merge.
Yeah.
So we're merging at 17.
Wild.
Okay, lovely, great. What?
What? I said, what do you mean 17? What? I, Maybe I
No.
don't know. I don't know. I don't know. When I saw the
Ah,
preview, I was like, what do you mean drop your buffs? What? I cannot. I cannot. But that's what's happening next week. They merging? Sort of, maybe?
sort of, maybe. We know that it's probably some weird mergatory situation.
Gotta be.
Merge, not jury, something weird. We know that there's an individual challenge next round because of what we saw behind them.
Mm-hmm.
I have heard some things
Mm-hmm.
about what could be happening, but I am not going to say them because I don't want to give any potential spoilers away. But if what I heard is true, next week is going to be quite literally insanity.
Well, then I can't wait. I cannot wait. And I can't wait. I hope it's as insane as everybody as you think, because I want some insanity in my life from Survivor. But we're gonna talk about a little insanity right now because we're going to do our draft update.
Uh,
Yeah, I hate to do this. I hate to be the bearer
this
of
is
bad news.
rough.
This one is rough for Team Eduardo because
Oh,
pre-merge, you Eduardo's team is destroyed. He's clipped. He's out. He's done. And two of them happen in this episode. Both Angelina and Charlie were on Team Eduardo and they got clipped this episode. R.I.P. Eduardo. This team. Oh my gosh. I was shocked. I was so gagged when I was like, okay, let's put the draft up. And I'm like, fix it. I'm like,
yeah, this is a rough one. I mean, Eduardo literally has the second, fourth, fifth, and sixth person voted out.
oof,
It is a bad, bad time.
bad time for Team Eduardo. Sucks. Everybody else looks very good in comparison to Eduardo, but meet Team Brooke and Team Lana, we eating right now. Just saying. We're eating right now, but no one gets comfortable in these games, just like we don't get comfortable in these drafts. So I'm just excited to see what happens. I'm excited to see what goes down. But yeah, that's the draft. I'm just gonna get that off there because Eduardo don't need to see that. Nobody needs to see that anymore. But that's gonna do it for us here. We hope next week is going to be as crazy as we hope it's going to be. And you can join us next week as we talk about all the insanity and the craziness. I might not be here because I might have to work, but somebody will be here.
Somebody will be here.
And we'll be talking about it and getting it done. And I say thank you so much for joining us. If we appreciate you taking the time to join us for our Survivor 50 recap. Please come and follow us, subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single video that we drop. Follow us here, follow us on all of our channels. All the links will be in the description below, as well as our audio podcast links, our Patreon, all of our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. You can follow Jack and myself if you'd like. Um, but and then of course, don't forget to get your cup merch at lanagscreations.etsy.com. QR code at the right side of the screen. We'll get your merch right to you as soon as we can. And we appreciate you joining us. We're going to get out of here because we got more things to cover, more stuff to do. You stick around and watch more videos, and we will see you next time. So, cheers, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.